With everything that's possible on your phone nowadays, from texting to email to social media, actual phone calls may have fallen by the wayside. In many cases, calls and voicemails are no longer the fastest or the most effective way of getting in touch. I know the only phone calls I ever get are from my mom, my landlord, or Verizon asking me to pay my bill. And if it's an unknown number, there's a good chance it's a telemarketer. So it would be nice to know what it's about before you answer that unexpected phone call from your landlord or from your lady friend for that matter. Well, thanks to an Android app called SayWhat, now you can. Now granted, Android already has a quick response feature that lets you respond with pre-written text, as does iOS. You can either reply with a message or set up a reminder to get back to that person later on. There's also a do not disturb option in your settings. But what SayWhat can do is let people know why you are calling, as in just for fun, to ask a basic question like where are you, or work-related calls, or even love notes. You can also indicate whether or not it's urgent. And you can also attach lots of emoticons when the situation calls for it. You'll probably want to skip those with your boss or your landlord though. Now, regardless of whether your contact has the app, if they do not take the call, they'll automatically get a follow-up text indicating what it's about. So it's kind of like phone calls, but with a subject line, so you know what it's about before diving into that conversation. The disadvantage is that right now you can't customize those messages, so your options are the canned subjects like "I'm busy, I'll call you back." So if you want to use your own personal favorite rejection text like the old "I'm on the subway" excuse, you may as well use Android's native feature. The app may not necessarily save you a ton of time, but it could help save you a few rounds of phone tag you don't want to get into. So do you have a trick for avoiding calls? Let me know in the comments. This is Annie for TFN. And by the way, mark your calendars for tomorrow at 3:30 p.m. Pacific. The whole Tech Feed crew will be doing a Google Hangout. A bunch of hosts from across the whole channel will be around to take your questions, feedback, and/or abuse, as the case may be, all live. Scott and I will be moderating, so if you're interested, we'll put the event link in the description below. Hope to see you then.